Hello everyone, it's election eve. It feels like Christmas Eve or All Hallow Eve or something. I don't know, it just doesn't feel like a normal night. And I'm just out doing some cruising around and getting ready to take care of some bills. Been doing some shopping and just thinking about it, like I didn't really have to buy any more preps, like I had to get some vitamins today. Started running out of multivitamins, and I've been doing the B12 complex and just an extra boost throughout the day. Had to get a little more of that. Grab some paper towels, but already got any of that. I got all that. I don't know. I guess when you're prepared, you don't have to worry about being prepared. And the more I think about it, the more I just think how, if anything does happen, it would have to be like the most absolutely absurd to the very extreme of anything in order for it to even affect us here. And I've been trying to think of any scenario. Speaking to my mom last night, I was like, I guess, it's gonna go, different things are gonna be probable of happening. Like, if Trump wins, they're going to freak out. They've already, anybody with a brain that's been halfway paying attention is going to know that there is going to be rioting, protests, marching in the streets. There's whole towns that are going to be shut down, cities that are going to be shut down. But when you live in the smaller populated areas, it's not going. I don't expect a protest in Sevierville, Tennessee. I'd be absolutely blown away if it happened. The only way that places like this, smaller populated areas, are going to be affected if Trump wins is mainly, just bear with me while I just kind of cruise around here. I'm just wanting to cruise and talk and just seeing how busy places are. Kroger's like dead. There's like less than 20 cars here at 9 o'clock at night. Alright, sorry. I get so sidetracked. If it gets so bad in these larger cities that, and this is the absolute extreme scenario, martial law has to be declared. That's the only way we're going to be affected. I truly believe that that'll be the only way that we would be affected. Even if, like, say you got a bunch of people in Knoxville that are like, freaking out, and they're like, we don't want to be in Knoxville right now, we're going to come to Sevierville. They're not going to come to Sevierville and do any harm. They're going to come to Sevierville and load up our campgrounds and our hotels, but that's what Sevierville's about. That's what we got, that's what we're made out of. So is this a 4-way stop now? It is. And you didn't stop. I'm pretty sure you had a stop sign, but oh well. That person just totally ran a stop sign. You know, so, I mean, even if people come to Sevierville, Sevierville is made for people to come. Well, now it is. It's not what it was originally, but it's what it is now. It's what everything is. You know, I'm sitting here driving through a absolutely brand new shopping center that has been built and finished and is now opening up day by day in the middle of a pandemic. Sevierville hasn't stopped. We've all had jobs to do, and we've done them like crazy insane. I'm talking above plan every week since this thing popped off. So Sevierville is not going to be affected by a presidential election. Now, my friends in Lexington, Kentucky, you know, I wish they'd go somewhere. You know, I wish they'd leave Lexington, Kentucky. I mean, honestly, I could say I wish they leave Lexington, Kentucky and not even live there. But, you know, people aren't going to do that, and they don't listen to things that, you know, you say. But they should leave for now. But they won't. I mean, they should at least stay in their houses. So hopefully they will. But yeah, I mean, if Trump wins, which I think that's kind of the way it's looking, I'm not even going to be affected. We're not going to be affected here. We're just not. It's just not going to happen. I feel bad for anybody that is. I feel bad for anybody that lives in, you know, any of y'all who live in these cities that it might get ugly. I wish you could get out. I wish you didn't have to be there. You know, I live in a town and I'm looking to get more rural. I want the complete opposite. Now, if Biden wins, we're all affected. Wait, before I start on Biden, let me go back to Trump. I honestly say, you know, I wind up on Trump's side. But that's because I'm fiscally conservative, capitalist. I believe in free speech. I believe in freedom of religion. I believe in freedom, Second Amendment, freedom to have any firearm you want. I'm more so a libertarian. I'm not a registered Republican, but I do end up on that side of the fence. However, in all honesty, I understand that I could probably say at this point 99% sure that they knew Trump was going to be the president when Trump became the president in 2016. I mean, there's just a part of me that does believe in what George Carlin said. And I know that Trump is probably a part of it. Trump was... He's an actor. I mean, yes, he's a real estate developer. Yes, in 1990 when I went to New York City, I was amazed when I went to Trump Towers. I was in awe. It truly is, to this day, 30 years later, one of the most memorable parts of my trip. He's a very, very, very wealthy, cunning, and powerful person. Everybody in Hollywood loved Trump until he beat Hillary, until he embarrassed them. Because they had, all of them anyway, which goes to show you they're not completely in the know either. They all had plans that it was going to be Hillary. And so, yes, I'm still torn. 4 years later, I'm still torn over, did Trump really win, or is it all set up? If so, then that meant they just wanted to push it, kick the can on down the road. Now here we are at another junction. We've been on this train for 4 years, and here we are at a major intersection. So, if Trump wins and all the craziness and chaos ensues, is that a part of the plan? That Trump's going to win and the chaos and craziness are going to ensue? I mean, we're already, they have programmed us. People have had to go through lockdowns and lining up for tests and, changing your way of life. And, I mean, all the stuff that everybody's had to go through this year, getting us accustomed to, not programmed, but there's one particular word I'm trying to think of right now, and I can't, and it'll come to me afterwards. But it's like they're getting us used to more and more control. And they were slowly doing that until this spring. And then it was like, boom, they ramped it up. And now they want everybody wearing these god-awful face diapers. And just, people give in and do it. And it's just like, it's definitely, I really feel inside that it has to be a plan, that you cannot get in that office on your own. I think Ross Perot would have if you could. I think Ron Paul would have if you could. So, that being said, they're using a Trump win, to escalate things out of control. Possibly. One scenario. Or Trump's organic. It's a good thing I don't have a lot of followers. I'd have haters because of questioning Trump. I love my country, and there's a part of me knows, even our forefathers all the way back were Masons. So that's a whole other thing to get into. But I do love my country. I love my Constitution. I love my freedom of speech, my freedom of religion, my Second Amendment. I love my right to privacy. And I just don't know if I'm always wanting to be a part of the left-right paradigm, even though I always end up on the right side of the left-right paradigm. Okay, I have just rambled on. Let's go on to Biden. If Biden wins, we will all be affected. Small town, big town, whatever. Because they have said they will have mask mandates. They will try their best to destroy our Second Amendment. But it will be a step-by-step, incremental process. So if Biden wins, we'll be here in smaller towns affected immediately on a personal level. And we'll never go back to what type of country we used to be before. You might as well write it off. We're absolutely socialist, which we've been on that path anyway. So I am concerned. I'm not concerned, but I'm excited. I'm super excited. Either way, I can't wait. And either way, I'm ready. And a lot of times, and people hate you for saying it, I'm ready for it to go. I'm ready for it to pop off. I'm sick of all this. And I'm ready to move on to that next level. So, let's get ready to rumble. Peace out.